Can you see it there? Buffalo Wild Wings. I got to put a plate under this because the one thing I remember about this particular item, it's pretty greasy. But so this is an item that I've had before, and most of my reviews, most of the things that I do, it's my first time trying something. Every once in a while, I'll review something such as this that I've already had before, maybe even had a few times before. Sorry, napkin. This is one of those items that I've been wanting to do a review on because when I first tried this, I thought it was really, really good. I thought it was something special. It was kind of before I was doing a whole lot of videos and doing a lot of different things. But I first tried this burger maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I was doing videos and doing things, but not really a lot. Not like this. I was just doing challenges and, super hot peppers. And I've since expanded a little bit into things like this. And I've always wanted to revisit this and do a review because I thought very highly of it. Now, I haven't had this in a long time. But this is the Buffalo Wild Wings Bacon Smashed Hatch Chili Burger. And what we got on here, let's read this. Bacon Smashed Hatch Chili Burger comes with 2 of the chain's classic double patties, hand smashed and seared with bacon, then topped with melted American cheese, grilled onions, young gun Hatch chili peppers, pickled Fresno chilies, and a drizzle of Hatch chili aioli on a lightly toasted chalala bun. I don't know what that is. It's expensive, $17.85 for the burger, and I got a side of tots. So let's get into it. But I remember first when I had this burger, again, 5-6 years ago, and I remember it having a little bit of spice, and it surprised me. It was overly greasy. That's the one thing I didn't quite like about it. But for a chicken wing spot, making a smashed burger that was as good as I remember this being, sold me. And it had a little bit of spice to it. So I'm interested to see if it still has that same spice to it. We got a little bit of chilies on it there. This doesn't look... let me see. There's the burger there. Let's get it out of this thing here. Hold on. And it's just greasy. What I like about this particular burger too is the bacon is cooked pretty good from what I remember. Sorry guys, I keep dropping my fucking napkin, and I'm gonna need a napkin for this one. So here's what it looks like. A lot going on. I know my camera is not the best, but these are the onions. It's got the cheese, 1 patty, 2 patty, double cheese. There's your Fresno chilies, some other things. There's a jalapeno, it looks like, on there, which it didn't say had jalapenos. I don't know what we got. That should be a Hatch chili, but it might be a jalapeno on there. Who knows? It's a mess. It's greasy. A lot going on. But let's hope that it still has the spice that I remember. I remember this burger having a little bit more chilies on it than what I'm seeing here tonight, but that's okay. That's a good view. You can see the red pepper there. Lots of cheese, lots of bacon, lots of onions. Cheers, friends. Man, It is delicious. It is greasy. Those are good peppers they're using. There's a bite to them, just a small bite. It's creamy with the cheese, and the aioli is really nice on here. I'm looking at the receipt now and I'm wondering, because this is going to be more than enough for me. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't overly hungry tonight, but I was thinking of doing this tonight, and I was thinking of reviewing this, and I was thinking about getting it. So we went through with it. But bacon hatch burger, $15.49, and then below that it says tater tot, $1. So I'm wondering if I could have just maybe knocked out the tater tot, even though that's a pretty good value for a big thing of tater tots. I'll show you in a minute. Does that taste like a jalapeno to me? But it has a nice little spice to it. The Fresnos are kind of sweet, but they're carrying a little bit of spice to them as well. That bite, I had a little bit of the red Fresno that I can see on there, but I also had what tastes and looks like a jalapeno to me. So I'm not sure. I'm not complaining though, because I think it's adding to the overall spice to what's going on here. Now, another thing is, I'm not a big smash burger kind of guy. I get it. It's good. It's gristly, a lot of times. So it adds a little texture component to your burger, which is okay, which I like, and I can enjoy that. But I like a thick burger. You know what I mean? That's really thick, pink on the inside, really kind of pink, and juicy on the inside. And I think you can really taste the meat more. The flavor of the meat, the protein, the actual animal that itself on a thick burger like that, as opposed to this. I can taste the beef, but it tastes kind of salty. Again, I'm not complaining, but it tastes a little salty, a little gristly, so it's like I would prefer to have a thick patty. You're kind of getting that here a little bit, like in the middle here with all the cheese that's going on. Like I said earlier, it's creamy. So you are getting a little bit of that because it's a double patty. But if it's just a single smash burger patty, I need a little more than that. Again, like I said, for a chicken wing joint, they make a mean burger. I mean, this thing it's filling, it's hearty. These pickled onions are absolutely delicious. They've still got texture to them, they've still got body to them, but they're soft at the same time. They're juicy. Yet they taste like a I would say that's a white onion they're using. Mm. The bacon is it's really kind of blending in with the patties. I'm going to be honest. I mean, you can get the bacon flavor, no doubt, but some more of those Fresnos just fell off. What I'm liking about this, the times I've had this in the past, I think I've had this burger, again, like I said, over the past 5-6 years, whatever it's been, I've only had it maybe 3 times prior to tonight. Maybe 3. For sure 2. But I remember the other times, the pickled peppers and everything that's on this were diced up a lot more than, than what I'm getting tonight. Tonight they're actual, decent sized chunks of pepper. Both have their advantages. When I cook at home, and I'm using fresh peppers outside of a sauce, or if it's just an accompaniment to the dish or to the burger, to the bratwurst, to the whatever I'm doing, I dice mine up pretty good, right? I'm kind of liking it on this particular burger right now with these bigger chunks. I think you can taste the pepper a little bit more than when they're diced up smaller. It's weird because those are the Hatch chilies. Right up here. On the bottom bun, it said Fresnos. And those red ones look like Fresnos. They taste like Fresnos because I'm getting a little bit of sweetness from them. Again, like I said, I think it's easier to pick up on that because they're bigger chunks. Had they been diced more, I don't know if I'd have picked up that I'm tasting the sweetness of that pepper and I know that it's from that pepper. But like that other piece I had, there were 2 different spots in this burger on the bottom bun, and they looked like whole sliced pickled jalapenos. And they tasted like jalapenos. They're definitely not Hatch chilies. The Hatch chili was all on the top. Unless they're throwing that in there and calling that a Fresno chili, it could be. Somebody might say, well, maybe those red ones aren't Fresnos and maybe those are just fully ripened jalapenos, right? And they don't know what they're doing. I don't think so, because to get a fully ripened jalapeno and to utilize fully ripened jalapenos, I just don't see a fast food chain doing it, because you can't even find them at the grocery store because nobody's fucking waiting for them to fully ripen into their final stage. They're just picking them and going with it when they're green. because it's more cost effective, it's quicker, it's they can produce more, blah blah blah, the whole deal, right? So I doubt that. Plus, they're not as hot, in my opinion. I think Fresno's are a little bit spicier, but on something like this, that big piece of jalapeno I got in here was the hottest part and the spiciest part of the whole burger. But I also find Fresno's to be sweeter than a green jalapeno. And these are green. And if those red ones were fully ripened jalapenos, they wouldn't be that sweet to me. Just a normal jalapeno, right? Not a farmer's market jalapeno, not all these different varieties that you can find that do carry a little bit more of a sweeter note than your garden variety grocery store jalapenos. Overall, the burger does have a little bit of spice to it. It's funny how the first time I tried this, it didn't light me up. It didn't send me into panic mode. It didn't make my eyes water and and all the things, right? But I remember it being spicier than this, and I think that's just either an attribute. I can't say the word. It's either because my tolerance is just so much better now, even though at that time it wasn't like that low. It's much better now. I've eaten so many hotter things and whatnot. But they could also be making it different. I don't know. Because when I first tried this, it was more of a really new item. More so than it is now. So they could have cut in corners on it. It tastes really similar to what I remember, though, as far as the burger as a whole. I'm going to live with it, because I've told people about this burger that was a great bite for the Hatch chili aioli and the Hatch chilies themselves. You can really taste the Hatch chili. If you know what Hatch chili tastes like, if you know that kind of taste, you can pick up on it on this. If you know what a Fresno, you can tell that you're eating peppers. And that's the thing about this that I really like, that I think they do a good job with. You get a lot of items at certain places and you can't really taste the jalapeno in it. You can't taste the ghost pepper in it. You can't taste the this in it. You can't, whether it has spice or not, you can't pick up specifically I could eat this burger, I feel like, and for sure tell you there's Hatch chili on that. And for sure, I'm pretty confident that those are jalapenos. I could be wrong. Could I pick a Fresno chili like that? Probably not. But Hatch, 100%. You can really taste it in there. It comes through. And that is what is important here. For somebody like me that loves peppers, that loves spice. And it doesn't have to be the hottest thing on the market. It doesn't have to be the hottest. It doesn't have to make my nose run all the time, right? It doesn't have to do that. I love the taste of peppers. All peppers. Hatch chili being one of those peppers. That's a gateway pepper for a lot of people. And this item here, you can taste it. You can pick up on it. And that's what's important. Now, let's just try a tater tot, and I'm going to cut this video. $1 worth of taters. Pretty good. See what I mean? Like, that's a lot of taters, I feel like, for $1. I don't know. Probably worth it to not even save the buck, is what I was getting at earlier, and probably just get them, but it's a tater. They're really crispy, though. Nice golden brown. Again, they're pretty greasy, but they said, what do you want for your side? I was thinking fries all day long, and when I called in the order, I was thinking fries. And she goes, well, what would you like for your side? French fries, tots, blah, blah, blah. I said, Napoleon, give me your tots. Those will be good for later. But anyways, I appreciate you guys hanging with me on these videos. I really enjoy this. Doing some of these fast food items and things like this has been good for me. I enjoy it. Gives a different avenue for the channel, a different thing to do, and I've been enjoying it. And this is one of those reviews, one of those items that I really just wanted to let people know about, because I really liked it the first time I tried it. And I had thought last year or whenever, like maybe I'll do a review on that. And since I've been kind of doing a little bit more food reviews as of late, it was really weighing on my mind. I was like, I want to get in there. I want to do that. I want to revisit it because, number one, I thought it was really good. Number two, I thought it did have a little bit of spice to it. And I still think it does. I still want to say there is a good little something there. You know what I mean? Especially those first couple of bites. You can really pick up on the pickled peppers and things going on. So give it a shot. You know, if you're not in the mood for wings, Buffalo Wild Wings is more than wings. Their burger, that's the only burger I've ever had from them. And it's probably the only one I ever will have. But it's a winner. It's a good one. We'll see you.